That God asked Abram? Yeah? Yes? No? Tough. Tough, 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 tough. Leave Antigua. Leave the house you don't pay for. Leave your family. And God, where we going? Get to the airport, and when you get there, I'm going to tell you where you're going. Hello? Hard thing, I think, to ask of somebody. But I have learned that God seems to ask difficult things of us, but those difficult things are always for our better. Hello? God will ask us difficult things for difficult things' sake, because you have something better. And sometimes to get to better, you have to leave from where you are. Anybody want better this new year? No. But do you know, in order to get to better, sometimes we have to leave from where we are. If it's going to be a new year, it can't be the same old. Because if you do the same old, it's only new on the calendar. No? So you can say, happy same year. Because if nothing changed, nothing really new about the year going to be new if we change. God says to Abram, leave your country, leave your kindred, and from your father's house. That word kindred is not a word I use very often, so I went to a few other translations to see what the word kindred means. Anybody can tell me what kindred? It's good to be in a church with scholars. I don't know. What does the word kindred mean? Relatives? Boom, 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 boom. I wish I had a prize to give you all. All the other translations translate the word kindred to mean, the Amplified says, leave your relatives. So your church get quiet? I love family bad. He said, leave your relatives, and some other translation says, leave your family. And he says, leave your family and your father's house. I was kind of struggling with that because they seem like the same thing, but there's a little difference there. But God says, leave your country, okay? After migrate, sometimes that happens. But God says, leave your relatives, or your relatives and your family. And I thought to myself, as Abraham left, oh boy, was he obedient? Shamari say yes. Tammy say no. Was he obedient? You see, that's our problem. You can't be obedient to the point. It's either yes or no. You see, that's our problem now. We're obedient to a point. Was he obedient? Aaron, thank you. Was he obedient? Shamari say yes. Partially? Oh my, that's a new term. Partial obedience. I never hear about hearing is the problem. He was partially obedient. Is there anything named partially obedient? Or is partially obedient disobedient? Hearing saints of God is the struggle. Some would say he was partially obedient, somewhat obedient. That he left country, father's house, he left most of his relatives, but he walked with Lot because he loved Lot a lot. Oh boy. Anybody can relate to being, I love that word, and I don't put anybody can relate to being partially obedient? Let me drink more water. Anybody struggle with partial obedience? We give up the easy stuff, but the lots that we love, those are the ones we're still wrestling with. You're so holy. Hello. That bad man Abram being partially obedient. And therein is the call of God to us to bring us to a place of total surrender and obedience. Therein is the challenge for us to give up the things that we love. But Abraham came to... Anybody glad that God worked with us and he did just strike us down one time? He's so glad. Because even in... And you see, in our partial obedience, even in our disobedience, God still tarry with us to accomplish our purpose for his life. You not glad for that? I'm glad for that now. Because sometimes we go on like if we were so obedient and God said I had to wrestle with you to let that thing go. Anybody ever wrestle with anything to let it go? Let me see the honesty. Anybody see the hands of those who ever wrestle with anything to let it go? Okay, thank you. So let's not bang up Abram too much today. So there was a wrestling match between God and Abram to give up this thing that he loved a lot. Turn with me to chapter 13 and verse 8. And Abram said unto Lot. There was a strife going on. The land couldn't hold everybody. There was pressure between the herdsmen and Lot and the herdsmen. Drama taking place all over. And the toxicity of the drama caused Abraham to come to a place. And Abram said to Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee. No strife. Abraham didn't want to live in no strife. Conflict part of life, but not strife. And not today, but there's a difference. And he said, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdsmen and thy herdsmen, for we be brethren. Broken-hearted, I'd love to get that actual event somehow on DVD, because I knew it wasn't an easy decision for Abram. He had given up everything else, but he kept lingering Lot because he loved Lot. And verse 9, Abram said, is not the whole land before thee? Separate, is that word. Separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. If you will take the left hand, then I will go to the right. And if you depart for the right hand, then I will go to the left. And I just know with all my heart, saying to God, even though we just read those two verses, Willie Boom, I know in my heart that Abraham's heart tear up. If there's any other way, he would have figured it out. He was a genius. He was a strategist. He just couldn't figure out this couldn't work. And even the verse that spoke about the conflict, he said that both of them couldn't abide there. They're just sometimes when you can't stay together. And Abraham made the hard decision. He said, Lot, you just take it. If you go right, I go left. You go north, I go south. I don't want no strife. Take win. You take. And I want to highlight something here. If we go back a little to just to verse 5, same chapter 13, verse 5. I want us to look at Lot a little. And it says here, he said before that Abraham was very rich, but he said about Lot. And Lot also was very rich, which went with Abraham. He had what? He had flocks, herds, tents. We know he had herdsmen too because the big drama was between Abraham's herdsmen. So he also was rich now. I want you to understand that Lot wasn't broke. On the contrary, the verse before said Abraham was rich. He said, and Lot also. He had herds, tents, herdmen, and flock. The fact the land couldn't sustain them suggests he was doing very well. He wasn't lacking anything. And I actually, little plug, I don't think there's anything wrong with having things. If the things have you, I think that's a different story. Nothing wrong, because Abraham was not just rich now. The Bible says he was very rich. I'm just saying that because sometimes, people take vow of poverty and people pray prayer and say, God, don't make me rich. Me tall. I say, God, you give me what I can handle. Hello? You're smiling, you're so humble. God, don't make me rich. I never prayed that prayer one time. I said, God, you know what I can handle, and if I can handle riches, give me. Because Abraham was not just rich now, he was very rich. Or release the very rich anointing to those who want it. Some people take vow of poverty. I want to be poor and humble, and God say, okay, not me neither. Right? So Abraham was very rich. Lot was also very rich. So here is Lot, a younger man than Abraham. I believe his uncle been very good to him. I even speculate that a part of Lot's blessing was because he was attached to Abraham. There is something called blessed by association. There is something called when the cup run over you, you right there, he spill on you. Hello? I believe he understudied Abraham, and he learned, and he did, and his flocks grew, and I believe with all my heart that Lot was blessed by association. Anybody in this passage be blessed by association? And I'll tell you too, even I thought about this in a practical thing, and even in Antigua, I know some people around some families, and just by association in little time, you see they start getting things. They around some kind of people, money people, politician, and just by association, you see they have car, this, rent a car, this, that, and it's because of association. Sometimes crumbs fall and then grab 2 crumbs and the crumbs are then big. I'm telling you. I am telling you. And some people can say amen because they're blessed by association. I believe, and that's a principle we have to learn too. Anyway, I just want to present to you that Lot was wealthy. He wasn't lacking. He was wealthy. And here comes Uncle Abraham. And Uncle Abraham say, Lot, this can't work. We're going to have to cut ties. And look how Lot responded. Verse 10. And Lot cried and said, no, uncle, don't go. No, sorry, wrong version. Don't stone me. And Lot lifted up his eyes, beheld all the plains of Jordan, that it was well watered. Everywhere. The grass green over there. Right? He looked up, he saw the grass was green over there. And the Bible says that it was well watered everywhere before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, even as the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt, as thou comest unto Zoar. As I look at Lot, it seemed that if Lot, I want to be careful, I don't want to bang up Lot too much behind the pulpit, even though I think Lot deserves some blow. I think that Lot was, even though he had a lot, he was lacking a lot. I think that Lot was lacking gratitude. Father dead, take you up, teach you, mold you, work with you, teach you things, maybe the first sheep you get, Uncle Abraham give you. You understand? I believe, because none of us self-made. Let me throw that out there, away with this nonsense. None of us self-made. It's people help us along the way. Teachers, parents, somebody give you a blind while you are where you are today. Okay, you didn't come into the world reading and writing. Hello? If somebody take you under their wing and teach you a little thing, man, or somebody squeeze open the door and give a little coming, come on. Hello? None of us self-made, no. We are blessed by association. Somebody feels sorry for Ari and help Ari along this little journey. You hear me? Even if you don't remember them, I'm telling you it's true. Hello? And Lot, as we study Lot, I want us to I want us to keep an eye out for Lot, but I also want us to look for Lot in us. See, every time you preach about David and Goliath, everybody think them a David. Hello? No matter how you preach about Abraham and Lot, everybody think that they're the Abraham and they're looking out for the Lot. But can I tell you the truth? Sometimes there's a little bit of Lot in us. And sometimes there's a lot in us. Oh boy. And here it is. Lot had things. Lot didn't lack nothing. And the Bible said he lifted up his eyes. I want to say that Lot had an eye for the best. Lot had an eye for the best. And somebody say, Pastor, that's not so much of a bad thing. Maybe. It can be. Nothing, I'm not. Here it is that Lot looked up and Lot started look around for the best. But what Lot didn't do, instead of looking around for the best, he should have looked back on the journey of his life. Instead of looking around to the future, what was he looking for in the future? Place to carry the flocks and for things. Is that the future? But sometimes in our looking for the best for the future, we forget to look behind and look on the past. Hello? If he had looked back to the past, he would remember the good things that Abraham did for him. If he had looked back from where he come from. Do you know in biblical times when a father died, that many times a child is sold into slavery? You understand that? Historically and biblically, when I hear the father die in many scenarios, the mother and the children go into bondage. Fact check me and you'll see. But Lot seemed to do very well under the hand of Abraham. But in looking to the future, when opportunity hit, the next big thing, Lot started look to the future, but he forget to look back to the past. There is something called, it kind of extinct today. You know, see it so much now, but there is something called gratitude. That is a big thing in the heart of God. Very scarce today. I was going to put it up on the screen and get a definition, gratitude. Somebody say, I want to name so. Okay, you see, there's quite a bit of Lot in us. That when opportunity comes, we just look to the future and we forget the past. Hello? Somebody prayed with you while you're here today. Hello? Some of us are bound in bondage, demonic bondage, ancestral bondage. And somebody labored with us in the trenches. Prophetic word, cast out demon, counseling, always with us. Garbage can. Because now we're free. You can raise our hands. But there was a time when you were bound. Hello? Remember? Because all we, like Lot, all we're looking for is the next big thing. The next big opportunity in the story. But when he lifted up his eyes, he should have lifted his eyes back to be a bit more a broken-hearted, snotty-nosed, watery eye Abram and a shiny eye Lot. I wondered to myself if Lot was a good actor. I don't know. But Abraham, I know, was genuinely broken. And I wonder if Lot was there saying, Uncle, it's be okay, I love you too. Don't worry. Because some people can't act now. Hello? Keep living. Some people can't act no joke. But the Bible mentioned nothing about Lot, remorseful gratitude now. He said he lift up his eyes because what he see is opportunity for me to get further ahead. And he wasn't broke. He was already rich. It wasn't ambition, it was greed. That's the next word we don't hear about much today. It wasn't ambition, it was greed. He didn't want nothing. Truth be told, he couldn't even manage what he had. But he wanted more. Last week when I preached about him, I said, the dirty boy lot. Somebody messaged me from Canada and said, boy, pastor, and hashtag dirty boy. I said, dirty boy he be. Dirty boy he be, and grateful to your uncle. Dirty boy lot. Oh boy, imagine when I make it to heaven, I'm going to see Lotto watch me. If you make it. I'm going to say, brother, dirty boy. Moving right along. I don't even know if you make it, well, we're going to see, but I know I'm going to make it. And Lot had an eye for the best. Lot looked for the best for himself. Nothing about God, nothing about gratitude. Everything with him was about him. And let me tell you, this may be relevant to us because Paul told Timothy in the latter days, perilous time shall come, men shall be lovers of themselves. And Lot was and we have to be careful now. I have to be careful now. We have to be careful in this thing, walking in the blessing of God, that we don't get consumed with us. And we forget about the kingdom of God. I'm telling you the honest truth. God is not lying. There have been times where I get blessed, financially blessed, favor blessed, and I'm rejoicing in my heart. And I stop something in my car, in my shop. I'm going to say, God, I thank you. But use me to bless your kingdom too. I appreciate the blessing now, but I'm so cognizant of the blesser that he have an agenda too. And it's not just about blessing me. I have gone before God and said, God, thank you, but what can I do for you? I recognize what you're doing for me now. I'm going to love it. But can I do anything for you? Just know I am here. We can't just suck up the blessing and forget about the blesser. So here it is. He looked for the best for himself. Nothing for God, nothing for gratitude, nothing. All he wants, and be careful that you don't go through life just looking about what's best for you. I contrast this, don't turn there, but maybe Nisi can turn there, but don't turn there because we're coming right back. Philippians 1 and verse 23, you know it very well. Philippians 1 and verse 23, I'll just read it for you. Words of the Apostle Paul. He says, for I am in a strait betwixt two, having a desire to depart and to be with Christ, which is what? Far better. He said, this wicked world, he said, right now, come and share with you quickly. I'm between two minds. I'm struggling between two minds. Because I have a desire to depart. But don't get beaten, whipped, do everything. Don't preach the gospel. Don't establish churches. My back hurt me for some of them blood I'm going to get. But let me tell you, right now, I have a desire to be with the Jesus I sing about. But a torn. You see, he says, I am torn to go to what is better, which is with him. But here the next verse, 24. Philippians 1:24 says, nevertheless, to abide in the flesh is more needful for who? What kept Paul here? The people. Service. Paul said, boy, you see me don't do. Right now, it's almost like if I've run a good race, I've finished my course, I can go right now and get my reward. And it's far better than this dirt here. And I torn to go to somewhere better. Nevertheless, it's better for me to be here. For who? For you. You see, the heart of the man was like, he had a lot in the full heart now. All Lot wanted a far better. Lot always look for better. But Paul said, look, I'm not going to go to better. Because better go only benefit me. But when I think about it, it's better for you I stay here to strengthen you in the gospel. But that's the ideal heart for others, not just what's better for you. You better know. I'm going to say something, but I won't say it. But sometimes people make decisions, not for better themselves, but they think about the people. You hear me? Think about when we make decisions, what drives us. Let's go back to Genesis 13. I'll get you out of here in a few minutes. It's so much about that I know I'm not going to finish it today. I actually balanced myself a little. I'm not even too ambitious today. I wanted to get some more things. But I said, no rush there for this year. I really want us to hover on the Word, because the Word is what brings transformation. So we were at 10. He lifted up his eyes. Jumped down to 12 for me. So Abram dwelled in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelled in the cities of the plain, pitched his tent toward Sodom. Who was in the greener grass? Who was dwelling in the greener grass? Isn't that a trick question? Huh? Literally, Jerry. Who was literally dwelling in the greener grass? Sometimes decisions of selfishness lead us to greener pastures. Chapter 12 portrays to us Abram making a hard decision, Lot making the selfish decision. But chapter 12 let us know, if you were to take a snapshot of chapter 12, Lot was in the greener grass and the watered plains. Come on, tell us. Let me try to speak plain English. Let me encourage you. Sometimes people make bad decisions and it look good. You want me to say it again? People do selfish, ungodly things. And when you look, the grass green around them. Fun time. There's a season where if you were to look at the situation and at the bigger picture, because all Abraham had was a promise of God. He didn't have anything tangible to show no. He didn't have a picnic. The grass greener over there, the plains watered. If you take a snapshot, I told you last week, Abraham and his wife barren. Abraham's brother have 12 children. If you were to take a snapshot of that and ask you, who blessed? Who God favoring? 12 baskets full. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full with the Lord. Nobody even know. Even me here preaching can't even remember Abraham's brother's name. I know he began with the end, but I can't remember the rest. But if you take a snapshot in time, sometimes I see it. People backslide from church. People do wrong things. People do selfish things. And when you see them, you struggling. And when you see them, the grass green with them. New car then get. Chapter 12, then walking in. And you wonder what's going on. I want to tell you the story in a done do. There is more after chapter 12. Be careful of the green grass. People make decisions and things look good for one time. You hear me tell you? And what is interesting about this? What's interesting about this? If I could use a metaphor and say, Sodom is sin and Gomorrah is debauchery, Lot didn't even leave and go Sodom and Gomorrah. Lot didn't leave and go Sodom and Gomorrah, no. What the text tell us here? What the text tell us? He pitched his tent in Sodom and Gomorrah. In Sodom. He left and go straight in a sin. Towards. You know, sometimes he didn't leave and go straight in sin. He left after green pastures. I believe his flocks were fatter. The sheep were rounder because there was water and green grass. And if you were to come and walk around, you say, boy, look how things are going for lot. Sheep fat, multiply, green grass, water in abundance. And watch Abraham over there in the brown grass, Canaan. Hello? I want to drive that home because, and as you get older in this thing, walking with God, you see people make the decision that Lot make. And they leave, and then I left and go carnival one time. Then I leave church and go carnival one time, but then pitch their tent towards it. They start watch it on TV. Hello? You see them by the side of the road. Then I go there one time now, but they pitch their tent in that direction. That's what Lot did, right? Just pity he tent towards Sodom. Let's go over to 14. I want to get you home. And chapter 14 is a very, for time, chapter 14 is just war broke out between some kings, king of Sodom and Gomorrah, king of this, king of that, all kind of problems in the world. War breaking out, big war over greed. That's all of 14. I mean, we can pick up. Let's go 10 and then 11. I don't have 10 here, so this you have to help me. Genesis 13:10, just for Genesis 14:10 for context, and then I'll go to what I want to share. Genesis 14:10. Genesis 14:10. And the vale of Siddim was full of slime pits, and the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled and fell there, and they that remained fled to the mountains. So a battle going on between Sodom and Gomorrah and all different kings, and Sodom and Gomorrah get licked, and they fell, the people, they lost, people fled to the mountains. Look at verse 14. Verse 11, chapter 14. And they took to the victor go the spoils. Verse 11 says, and they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their victuals and went their way. To the victors go the spoil. That's why I'm so glad my God is a victorious God. And here verse 12. And they took who? Who they took? Maybe a different lot. What lot to do down there? Let me whisper softly, right? Some people have more faith. You see this thing named spiritual warfare? Some people have more heart than pack a card. Why you would do that? Why you would do that? When buckles start fling and bullets start go, who you feel catch them? You know, angels can't travel with you go certain place. But you need Steven Seagal. You don't need no Jet Li. You don't need no angel. You want to go bang off all the demon and them. Young people don't even know who names, so somebody just Google Steven Seagal. Oh boy, you know, young people struggle, but that's who we know, right? You know. And they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their victuals went their way. And they took Lot, Abram's brother's son, who dwelt where? Where he live? Where he live? Can't, if the Bible now say Abram's brother's son, I would doubt if this was brother Lot, you know. Grew up in Abram's house, know right from wrong, following, walking with the Lord, walking behind Abram. How he end up and live in Sodom? You know the Bible say, give no room. All you have to do, let me get a quick one. We were in Orlando for a conference a couple of years ago. Joy was there too. Titus, about 4 of us, 5 of us, 5 of us were looking around Joy and them going, look for them, then Michael Cole, all them, some of them in the big mall, and me and them guys just roll together. And Javier, one of the guys, Tony, Devon. Shout out to Devon if you listen. Devon have on like a shades, right, orange, on his shirt. So Devon, the other mechanic, and the other one that played the steel pan, and me and Tony walking. A young lady fly over. She say, I like your shades. But Devon, oh yeah, I got the Ray-Ban. And me look back, she come to me something, me just keep walking, because me know something that I try to sell. When me look back, me and Tony look back, the 3 of them stand up and have a conversation. Now, where you from? St. Croix? Oh, take me with you, put me in your suitcase. Me don't walk off now. Me and Tony walk. When I look back, the 3 of them behind there, and he might tell Tony, then dead. From the time you stand up, you're dead. Young lady pretty up and take me with you. From the time you stand up and you start a conversation, me look back on the 3 of them and I say, then dead. Then dead. Wherever she sell, then go buy them. So, me and Tony stand up and say, me not go back. Tony say, me not go neither. And sure, Joy was there too. When we look back now, the young lady had like a boot right in the mall. She go talk to them a chat. Next thing you know, I see the 3 of them I go so. They have big store. Gone in the big store. I say, you know, rescue them, Tony. Here, boy, tell me afraid, me not go. I say, all right, me go. And I go push my hand, man, Belgrave say, I bought a lotion. I say, how much for the lotion? No. It's one special. You buy, get one, you get one free. I say, how much for the lotion? Oh, it was cheap. They have it on sale, $99. True story. Remember? And here he tell me, Jai remind me, can hear me. But Machu, here work now, my hand feels soft. Look at Jai right there. Truth, and I'm so glad Jai was there. He me, Brother Machu, it seems like he work now, my hand feels soft. Yeah, so I put some grinding on them in the bus. He, the mechanic, and Devon, boy, bap. For the time they stand up, then dead. There's a time, if you only start ahead towards Sodom, you're done dead. You hear me? Sin has devoured countless generals. Ask King David. He tried to go and look around with sin. Broke 10 commandments in one chapter. Covet, murder. No, I'm serious now. When you start to go down certain roads, you don't come back from there without buying something. You hear me? Lot pitched his tent towards Sodom and Gomorrah, couple verse behind. And now we just turn over. And we find out that he wasn't visiting Sodom and Gomorrah now. What the Bible say? He dwell there. Sister Aggie could help me, Anne-Marie, Titus, anybody who in Christianity, Jerry, anybody who in this thing for a little while can tell you stories of people who just start to drift towards. And when you catch yourself, they're right in a carnival, tagging picture. Hello? That's our preacher's son tagging a picture. He said, Jai, come here. And of all the costume he could have put on, he had chains, wrapped, no shirt, and cattle chain wrapped around his neck. Remember I showed you that? I say, boy, this is a spiritual picture. It's a natural picture of his spiritual condition. Lead in church, play instrument in church, lead people to Lord. Man, meet me, tell me, he taught me in a college and lead me to the Lord. When I look on Facebook, cattle chain wrapped around his neck, shut off and a jam. I said, that's what happened when you pit your tent towards Sodom. And up to now, He not come back yet. In fact, he getting worse. Not true, Joy? Yeah. I want to say sometime as an older person, black hair turning grey. I find it such a challenge sometimes. I don't have to do age. But sometimes you've seen so many lots in your Christian journey. People who just going after what they want. And they always end up in a Sodom. They make a better decision or they can't. Titus, church can't do this for them. So they have to go out there. They're gone out there in the world. They're gone toward Sodom. Right up in a carnival. But guess what? The Bible says, as I wrap up, the Bible says that these invaders came in, before they even, they came and they took Lot, Abraham's brother's son, who dwelt in Sodom. And what else they took from him? What they took from him? Where your treasure is, there shall your heart be also. What they take? Plenty good thing me have. But can you imagine though? He made a decision thinking about himself, how he could advance. And I strongly believe good water and green grass, your flock and then go multiply. And then somehow now, your flock start to multiply and he start to do trade with Sodom. Because now he had the best goat, the best sheep. So, boom. And then all of a sudden now, fellowship, light and darkness, compromise. And somehow now, boy, cash start rolling. Me not sleep in a tent no more. I'm going to buy a 3-story in a Sodom. Buy more land. I don't know the full story, but he moved from tent to dwelling. And let me tell you, Sodom not a tent. Sodom was a city of commerce and wealth historically. Right? Metropolitan, New York, penthouse he live in. Again, we take a snapshot of verse 12, not 11. Just before the man come, Abraham still on the tent in a bush now. Who bless? A selfish decision that reaping dividends. A selfish, sinful decision that reaping benefits. You hear me? Penthouse, big goods, Sodom and Gomorrah, city. Good morning, Mr. Lot. Everybody know you. I'm going to show you later, not today. Everybody know your name. You look great. And then come verse 11. The enemy come for kill, for steal, and destroy. And verse 11 said, they came in, they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah, all the victuals, and they took Lot, Abraham's brother's son, who dwelt in Sodom, and his goods, and departed. If this is not a type of the devil who come to kill, to steal, and to destroy, and my warning, and admonition to you, as I read this verse, this is what the Bible calls sudden destruction. This was not gradual deteriorating. This was not a gradual going down. This was literally Monday morning, Titus. I want those sheep fed. I want this property, this. And you're big Monday morning. And you just hear one noise. Boom, boom. What's that? What's that? Tell them, but to neighbor, tell them, I don't. And when you look over, sudden. Look, when we say sudden now, Titus, he was Mr. Lot the man, you know. And when the thief and then come in and grab, you know, it wasn't pretty, you know. It wasn't, excuse me, sir, would you mind coming this way? We come to bring you into bondage. Please come with us. Boy, I believe he gets some thump, some blow. The man say, what? Nice watch. Boom. Nice. Boom. If you can imagine with me, the man come in can thief and rob. It's not, hi, excuse me. Them man come like termite, come like caterpillar and locust. Them man just a come through and them a rape and them a kill and everything that look good them man a walk with. And lot there in the Armani and the Gucci looking so good. He don't wear yes, but no, Rolex, please. No Timex here, Rolex he flossing. And when the man look over and say, walk with he a money man. Me? Armani, purple, royalty. And in this, I see such a tremendous warning for all of us, see? Suddenly. That's a Bible word. Suddenly. Suddenly. Suddenly is not just a bad word though. Because I think about, like suddenly, Joseph downstairs in the jail in the morning, and suddenly God lift him out. And by the night, he's the second most powerful man in Egypt. Sometimes there's just some sudden blessings that just blow your mind. But there's also some sudden judgment and some sudden captivity. That just nobody could see that coming. There's everything going good, the sheep and them, the grass, the water still for business, and you say, I am blessed. How are you blessed from bad mind? You want me to tell you bad mind blessing the last? You want me to say it again? I tell you last time I was here, and every money blessed. I thank God that sometimes when you look around, that's why David say, be that now envious of the wicked. Because sometimes things are gone for the wicked. The wicked have fleet a rental and fleet a bus and just get contract and everything are gone for them. And all of a sudden, boom, cripple. Some ever feed them through tube. Hello? Ushered off into eternity without God. It's our bondage this year. Bound, scared, bleeding. And you know what I believe like too perhaps? Because someone says, power. Power. I tell a man, go, he go. Tell a man, come, he come. I have power. I want tea, not coffee. 2 sugar, not 1. So then floss and show off on people with their arrogance. And all of a sudden, the power just goes so. Sometimes I tell Joy, I wonder, even now, some big people that were in mansion yesterday, they're in a jail today. You haven't seen them on the news? Joy, I giggle because you know. Think about it. No, okay, let me leave Arena smile so he catch a reveille. But not even America. Let me bring it to Antigua. Remember, Sir Allen? Oh, yes. Remember Sir Allen? Remember when Sir Allen had the plastic? How much was in the case? $1.2 million? How much was in the case that he dropped on the field with the helicopter? How much? Huh? 5 mil? You lie. 5? But Aaron, you remember? Jerry? You remember he had the glass, and maybe you know watch cricket. No, but remember he had the stuff there with all the money, and if you knock yeah, remember? It's $1 million. One say $1 million, one say 2. You know, I remember saying, my God, bulletproof glass. You remember he had a big sum on the field with $1 million cash at least. Let's go with low figure, $1 million. But if you might never see $1 million. I might even see $500,000. Yeah. US cents? Oh my God. You might live to see that. But can you imagine a man drop down $1 million in a field? Helicopter, properties, islands, yachts. And I'm talking about America now. And who in America lock up now? Bad boys. Me talk about bad boys here. Who 1 second, they're living in a lap of luxury. Own banks and properties. And I'm serious now, here now. Vehicles. I have to choose which one I want to drive in today. Woman at them feet, who they want to go with? Because woman just there at them feet. Where are they today? May I propose to you that me and you can stroll down to the beach and watch the sunset. We can choose today if you want to have chicken or beef or a salad. Hello? Salmon, thank you. These once powerful men had their freedom stripped from them to the point when they go out, is what's on the menu today? And whatever mash up, whatever chicken, whatever deer, they eat it with gratitude because nothing else on the menu, no salmon on the menu for them. Par-seared salmon. They have, I don't drink still, I'll have sparkled. Sparkle or still. In a restaurant, I say I want water. I say, sparkle or still? Sparkle, please. Dom Perignon. I'm not making this up. This was the lifestyle that they lived and functioned in daily. Lifestyles of the rich and the famous. The gavel hit, and in a moment, cuffs put on, power gone, money gone. Well, even if the money is gone, it's of no use to you. Hello? Hello? Verses like this sober me up. Don't follow the multitude to do evil. Make decision, Brother Matthew, do what right. You know, Abraham looks stupid. I got to end with this. You know, Abraham looks stupid. Let me tell you how Abraham looks stupid. Herdsmen against herdsmen. Fighting for the land. And the fooly Abraham stand up and say, take what you want and me take leftover. You know, believe some of the herdsmen in there and say, boy, fool. Remember, tension done high. The Bible said that they were going at one another throat. Man vex. Your boy, Abraham, land this year. Your boy, you not right here. And Abraham come and say, give them. A fool, them boy, a fool, you know, should me. Tension high. Abraham walk on the tent and man look upon him. Man that under him now. A cut your eye upon him now. Boy, could have over there in the green grass look upon you. Sometimes you look stupid. Sometimes you look foolish doing the right thing. And the people who look for themselves go through a season of fatness and flourishing. But let me tell you, keep living. Keep living and see the end of the wicked. You hear me? Keep living. Because you couldn't believe, I don't know if they throw them in a cage, if they tie them over donkey back, or if they had them barefoot or walk behind rope. The once mighty lot being dragged out of the city, tied up like the sheep and the goat and the cow he used to have, but and them tie up now are he. I go through some like maybe somebody in the tongue that he, some like a vagrant, some beggar, because every tongue have beggar and vagrant, I look upon here and say, Can't believe my eyes. But I mean, I can get away with that because it's a safe crowd. You contaminated, so you will catch that. But the crowd won't catch that. Me and you, old dog, like, help us, Lord. There's the end of the wicked. I'm going to end the story here, and we're going to continue because there's a lot when it comes to lot. But I want to challenge you. A lot can change quickly. In a moment, a phone call can rock your world. A diagnosis from a doctor. We are just so fragile. Please, you can be on top today, and by tomorrow you need somebody to clean you like a baby. Do the right thing. Sometimes do it and look stupid. Everybody doing it. And they tell you, come and do it too. I beg you, we have an enemy that come to kill, to steal, and destroy. The grass not worth it. The water not worth it. Because none of them, all they are to him in this moment of bondage is memories. bound by fear, bound by uncertainty, once prosperous. I thought to myself, what they walk with Lot for? But you see, when the man come in, they normally kill the man to wound and children, but when they take them man, they take them for be slaves, for work the ground. Remember, it's not like, when they take you into bondage, Brother Samson, they bring you for go grind round the mill. Once prosperous. I haven't done prison ministry in a little while, but I remember I'd go up there, see Titus, and I would hear stories, and some of them I struggled to believe. A gentleman up there said to me, go and tell this man if he can bring me slippers, if he can bring me oats, peanut butter. I said, sure. Go out, we call the guy. I say, hey, this gentleman asked me if I could ask to send up a slippers for him. And so he said, Matthew, you know him? I said, no, I just know him from the prison. He said, Matthew, that man used to be one Don in New York. That man used to have long locks down to the ground. He said he had 3 women to walk with him. 2 on his side and 1 behind, or keep his locks off the ground. And every single one of his locks and them adorned with gold rings. A man that telling me he want oats and a peanut butter. The Bible says, oh, how the mighty have fallen. So I want to beg you today, see, let's be on the other side with God. Oh, the grass might look brown sometimes, but I'm hungry. Sometimes, for peace sake, we look stupid, we take wrong. We make hard decisions. Let there be no strife. Go ahead. And they leave from you, and things look good for a time. For a time. Let's stand. A part of me wonder if when they make the split, in my imagination, from there, I want to know so much more from the Bible. Because people like to go with winners. I wonder if even one, let me just go, I wonder if even one Abraham man left when Lot went. That's what, we like big and new and prospering and going. It's possible that 1 and 2 men from Abraham gone over, big church, big and prosperous. Grass green over there. Let's go. You know what I mean? When I read this story, I thought to myself, God, you're the one that invented family. Why did you tell Abram to leave Lot in the first place? Remember, God loved family now. Why tell him to separate? Because God knows so much more than us. God knows the heart a lot. Lot not had a heart for Abram. Sometimes God trying to tear some people for us, from us. Because God knows that they don't have a heart for us. But we fighting, tearing, crying, because we want what they say? The heart wants what the heart wants. But the heart is desperately wicked. A sneery nose, wet eye Abraham say, God, I'll give it up for you. Give it up before it gives you up. Pastor Barnes always say that. Give it up before it gives you up.